What is going on? I am Admiral ZMOT. That's right, we've gotten rid of the Santa moniker. We're going to get into some warships sneak peek. Before we do that, if this helps you in any way avoid massive problems in Season 18, do consider throwing ZMOT in your creator code. Also, you can call it ZMOT if you prefer. Just don't call me late for Christmas. Anyways, you'll notice we are at HQ level 9. I am quickly going to upgrade to HQ level 10 because as soon as you do that, boom, Warships becomes available. I highly recommend any low-level players out there rush your headquarters because it gives you access to new events, new troops, new heroes, all sorts of goodness. And in this case, it's going to give us access to Season 18 of the Warships. Now, there's a massive fatal flaw in Warships this season. In my opinion, there might be other stuff that I am not aware of. My assumption is there's going to be a trader that comes in and gives us some tokens, or maybe we're going to get a Christmas gift with some tokens. But looking at it as is with no additional information, this is going to be a massive problem. So what I'm going to do is explain here. If we get into our tech tree, you'll notice that the only troops that we have at our disposal right now are Cryoneers. Yes, Cryoneers. And if we use all of our tokens and try to go to the right to get to Riflemen, we can't actually get there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend my tokens on troop damage, and then I'm going to upgrade my Cryoneers to as high a level as I possibly can. Then we're going to upgrade our landing crafts. So this is a potential path. You'll notice that we don't have flares. Flares are way over here after you get to the third engine room. But for right now, this is all we can do. So if you're a player who hasn't played, or you skipped a season, or maybe you're coming back because you were only like level tier 2 or 3 or 4, some low number, you're going to struggle. You're going to potentially get to a point where you can't actually move forward. So what I'm going to do is show you a battle. And on my other account, what I've done is I've spent all of my tokens on defenses as opposed to offense, because I figured, you know what, let's just give this a shot. You'll see right here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 machine guns, 2 mortars, and 3 high-level snipers. If I drop all of these troops right in here, you see right off the get-go that I have no flares. I can't try to get to an engine room, and the only way we can get our chests to move forward is by destroying an engine room. So we have the max possible level troops, and we're sitting here trying to get these engine rooms down, and our troops are just getting absolutely slaughtered on the beach. So my assumption is Supercell / Boom Beach is going to see this, and they're going to send us some extra tokens so that people can get to Riflemen, because otherwise this is going to be a standard battle where you're going to sit here trying to get an engine room, trying to progress, trying to get tokens, trying to get keys, and you're not going to be able to do it. Now, obviously, those players who played last season and got to tier 8, 9, 20, legendary, whatever the heck it is, they're not going to have a problem here because we've got more tokens to spend. So for those of you who didn't play last season, this is likely going to be a deal breaker, which is not a good sign at all. And rest assured, I have brought this up with Supercell. I have passed along my concerns. So hopefully they send a trader out with some tokens or something like that. Anyways, we're not going to focus on that too much. Let's have a look at the rest of the tech tree. Now, as far as the rest of the tech tree, I can tell you that it looks like it's going to be a longer season. It looks like it's going to be a 33-day season. But of course, this is the dev build, so I can't be 100% certain. That being said, I just checked my notes, and it looks like it should go from December 28th to the 24th of January. So a standard-ish length season. Now, let's have a quick look at the tech tree. Once you get past this, it's just a standard-ish season. We've got heavies over on the right-hand side, so a lot of people are likely just going to skip along this top row, come through here, come up here, something like this, and suddenly you're into heavies. Now, once you have heavies, obviously everything is Gucci. I mean, everything's looking good. You've got heavies. You can crush through someone's base. Some people might come down here, get some riflemen. Depending, you can likely just farm chests with heavies, so riflemen probably going to be a mistake, but it depends how high of a tier you're starting at. If you're starting in like the 13, something like that, Maybe you're going to come down and get Rifleman because it is going to be faster. But one other thing to note is that you'll see how far along flares are. You don't get flares until you're almost at the 4 engine room level. One other quick note, this right here, building health, there is no building health besides that one. And so here we go. We got 3 engine rooms. We've got 4 engine rooms. We've got 5 engine rooms. And then we slowly, after the 6 engine rooms, I think that was, I've already lost count, we finally have this one up here. So that would typically mean it's going to be base race-ish, but one thing to be aware of is the barrage and artillery. Artillery is far along. Barrage is slightly less far along, slightly closer, whatever you want to call it. One thing I really like is the fact they've put it in one of these cul-de-sacs where you have to literally go up and get it, which is going to take you off of the fastest possible path. So I really do like the fact that barrage is up there. One other thing I wanted to quickly point out is if you unlock these things right here, the cryo tanks, you are my absolute hero. Please send me a screenshot with you unlocking those, because those are possibly the worst troop in the history of Boom Beach, and they're going to cost so much GBE that please don't go unlock those things. Anyways, moving down, one more thing I wanted to point out. The heavy choppers, same sort of deal. I can't draw for the life of me. The fact that it's in, I call it cul-de-sac because you go in, you have to come back out. I love it when they do these. They make hard choices. The better things that are in those cul-de-sacs, the better, because you have to make hard choices to decide if you're going to go. Obviously, everyone's going to have bullet because you have to go through him, but whether or not people get heavy choppers is going to be interesting. And then cruising on down, Seekers were fairly early on, as you can see right here. A lot of people don't like Seekers that came out last season. Season 17 was very polarizing for Seekers. The fact they're a little bit early on means that I think Seekers are going to be incredibly useful this season. And that's especially with the fact that there's not a lot of building health. Anyways, what I'm going to do now is quickly pause, then we're going to show you what all of the decks look like, and I'm going to have to add the Admirals Key because I'm only HQ level 10. Okay, went ahead, added a few unlock keys, also added a few tokens, just a couple. Now, what we're going to do is we're just going to quickly go away. We're just going to quickly unlock at some ridiculous level. So I need to get some extra tech here, which is just going to be annoying when we're trying to upgrade. So you know what? Let's do one more quick pause. Okay, added some extra. Look at that tech level, 10,080, just ready to crush anyone that gets in our way. You'll notice that I've got the Admirals Key, so I can get to whatever the heck engine room level I need to. We're going to throw our 3rd engine room down, something in this neighborhood. That's a big deck for 3 engine rooms. I like they've only kept 1 ramp, though. Moving down the line, let's just take the fastest possible path. What is that going to be? I think it's going to be this. Let's go middle road, just because we're going to unlock the sniper tower. We're going to now look at that. Cryobombardiers also off the beaten path, like that a lot. Obviously, they're trying to get this freeze thing going here. One thing I didn't notice, we've got Cryoneers, cold, freeze. We've got Cryobombardiers, also cold and freeze. Also Cryotanks. I don't see shock mines. Now, there we go. Shock mines are way down there. Obviously, they're not cold, but they do freeze your troops, trying to draw a parallel there. Moving down to the 4 engine room level, hoping, yep, there we go. So we're going to get an extra ramp at the 4 engine room level. Makes perfect sense. Let's keep going down here as it tries to tell me to get Supercell ID. We're going to take this bottom path through the medics and cruising along, unlocking that 5th engine room. Let's have a look, see what the decking's going to do. Not a heck of a lot to it at this point. I don't think it actually changed a heck of a lot between 4 and 5. You'll have to let me know because I am trying to rush through this. It is Christmas Eve's Eve, trying to cruise through this. It was the night before Christmas. If you've never read that book, do consider giving it a read, especially if you have kids. Let's get one more engine room, trying to get us on Supercell ID as best they can. Look how massive this whole right-hand side ramp is. That whole left-hand side ramp is closed. Like it a lot. I love it when they vary between the ramps. I also hate it because it means that I have to move my engine rooms. Suddenly this engine room needs to get moved to the back. let's keep going, see what the next decking available to us is. If we go through critters, then I guess there's a bit of a choice here, going down through brick or going up through the shock mines. We're going to go up through the shock mines. That's the latest I remember brick being in a long time. So kind of neat seeing brick moved to the late stages of the season. And then boom, shakalaka, there we go. Out comes the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th engine room. I love the hole in the middle. I love the hole at the back. Lots and lots of ramps available. One more time, this season has the potential to be an absolute disaster, but it's also got a lot of features that are quite fun. I am quite excited about the fact that we're going to get Cryobombardiers one more time. Also, Heavy Rush is going to be slightly mitigated at the very early stuff, simply because flares are quite a bit down along the line. So anyways, that is my sneak peek for Warships Season 18. Quickly going to show you what the actual chests contain, because that is an often question that comes up. So we're going to looking at 11 tokens for wood. Moving down into stone, we're going to see 12. Down into iron, 13. You would have guessed it. I'm going to guess this goes up, yeah, up to 14. Into diamond, jumps up to 17. So that jump from gold to diamond is absolutely massive. And then, so the legendary tier is not going to unlock for 5 days, 3 hours. And then that goes up to 21 keys. Now, one thing I'm kind of interested to see is if they would lock engine rooms. So everyone had to play at the 2 engine room level for the first day or so, which would be very interesting, because you'd have people rushing to buy things like cannons and machine guns. Don't know that that's the best idea, but it could be make for an interesting season if they were to actually put a lock on the engine room for a specific amount of time. Let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you're doing for Christmas Eve or Christmas or whatever faith holiday event you happen to be celebrating. Anyways, as always, hopefully this video finds you happy, healthy, and home and all that sort of good stuff. 2020 is almost over. Good riddance. Anyways, as always, consider liking, sharing, subscribing, throwing my code in your creator code. More importantly, just hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think about Season 18. I shall talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. I'm ZMOT. Peace!